This is Young Motive, and I have a topic today that's often overlooked. Domestic violence. Domestic violence wears many tags. So QueenAfi, if you're listening, check it out.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
Young Motive is back with the topic of the day. It's a crucial situation that we all must pay more attention to. It's bringing families down. You know me, I know the truth, and I'ma spread it around. It usually happens at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through high schools and college dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got their head in the noose from all the scars of the physical and verbal abuse. Men do it to women, women do it to men. It's a cycle that happens over and over again. It's disturbing and far from bliss, and each and every child is emotionally affected by this. I think it's time we bring the dark to the light, to stop the 911 calls in the middle of the night. So I'm reaching out, and I hope it's worth my while. It's erasing the bond between man, woman, and child.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to see you put your hands on his mother? Leaving little man shook. It's really a bad luck. How he's supposed to concentrate and keep his head in the book? How's your daughter supposed to look up to dad? Don't you know that you're the first male role model she's ever had? The saying goes, a woman wants a man like a father. So what you telling her? To accept this from a man, you gotta watch how you talk to whoever you with. Words hurt, people forgive, but never forget. I guess it's up to a teen to teach these things. It's just my expression of how YMC's thing. Seek a shelter from mayhem, they won't doubt you. And there's all types of programs to reach out to. No need to feel ashamed, cause it's not your fault. And this evil way of living has to come to a halt.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
That's all right. Hey there, students. Peace and love, everybody, for chiming in tonight. Tonight, we're back at that good topic. Let me stop
This is Young Motive, and I have a topic today
Can you still hear
that's
me?
often overlooked.
I hope so.
Domestic violence. Domestic violence.
To the
wears
scholars
many tags.
tonight, we are live
So
back
QueenAfi, if
in
you
the
listen,
classroom. Yes, indeed.
check it out.
Y'all know how we do it every time. Every time.
It has to
Last month we had
The kids
some
are
interesting
crying,
conversation.
it's coming
This
down
month
like
we're about to have some. Thank you, sis. Hey, scholar. Jules Jones, you done been here for a minute, boo. You done attended a number of classroom sessions. I really do appreciate you. A long time. Scholar.
Young
With
Motive
domestic
is
violence
back
business,
with the
we take
topic
help
of
and
the
spread
day.
that
It's a
good word
crucial
out
situation that
there
we
for
all
the
must pay
people
more
that what?
attention to. It's
Domestic
bringing
violence
families
is
down.
what?
You know me,
Ask
I
the
know the
question.
truth, and I'ma spread it
Domestic
around. It
violence
usually
is
happens
what?
at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through
There's
high schools
how
and
many
college
what?
dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got
If
their
you-
head
if
in the
you know
noose
how I
from all
roll.
the scars of the physical and
I
verbal
know
abuse.
that we have
Do it to women,
a lot
women
to talk
do it
about
to
in
men.
so
It's a
little
cycle that
time,
happens over and over again.
because
It's disturbing and far from bliss.
you know, everybody
And
got
each
stuff to do. I don't want to keep you no longer than I have to, but it is important that we chime into another classroom session of the dinner table conversation, because we are making hard topic dinner table conversation popular. Okay, pop, so folks can start healing at the dinner table. That's what I want. I want my young men, I want my young women, you know, my elders. I want everybody to start healing from domestic violence, because I'm sorry, it's not a joke. It's so serious what people are going through in terms of domestic violence. I mean, people are getting killed left and right, you know, and that's because domestic violence don't answer to nobody but what? Who does domestic violence answer to? That's a good question too. Put that in the comments. Who does domestic violence really answer to? Okay? Because trust me, I can name 2 ways that domestic violence will answer you. You know, and it ain't funny. It ain't pretty. It's ugly. You know, the conversation that we trying to have with domestic violence and mental health, those things are touchy. You know, it's a touchy subject. People are still, you know, saying that it's taboo. You know, and I've been at this the last 15 years, and I don't feel like I cracked the ice at all. I really don't. I feel like everywhere I go, I can never get past educating people on domestic violence. Where's what? You know, that question that I'm asking the scholars out there who've been following the organization, been following the movement. You know, it's just a shame that, you know, I feel like I still have not broke ground on the conversation, because we have a lot of places that have not reached out to me to even inquire about, you know, getting some help. So I guess we're gonna be at this thing for a minute. I want to chime into the topic. The topic gonna be kind of weird tonight, because what I did was I forgot my actual presentation. You know how we do it through the PowerPoint. And I have a topic today. You know, so I'm kind of crunch time over here, messing up the paper. So I got a few spaces that I want to talk about tonight. You know, we're gonna try to make the best of it like we do, because y'all some bomb scholars. Put your questions or comments in there. Tonight we are talking about exposure to domestic violence, and one of my sweethearts over at the Sasha Bruce Center, who I've been, you know, chiming into, she wanted me to talk about exposure to domestic violence. I figured it, you know, it can't hurt nothing. Hopefully it helps somebody, you know, at the end of the day. It helps somebody. So I'm trying to figure out about, you know, sharing my screen and getting these crazy slides up here. It's a crazy situation that I'm working with, so bear with me. It's looking rough. It's looking rough, but y'all know we still got to have a conversation. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about exposure to violence. What's in your red cup? Or exposure to domestic violence. What's in your red cup? That's what we want to talk about tonight. And we really want to try to find out. I really want to try to put out some good points that I feel like is legitimate when I ask you what's in that red cup. And y'all remember the red cups, right? I'm going to show you the red cup when we get to that part. I'm going to show you the red cup. But for now, get your red cup. You know what I'm talking about, the one that everybody drink out of, the little plastic red cups that you buy from the liquor store, from Walmart or Target. Get your red cup and put your troubles in that red cup. What you pouring in your red cup? Every time you get that red cup, what you pouring in it? Probably hurt, harm, and danger. Every time you get that cup, knowing that that's not a way to deal with, the traumatic experiences that we feel. So direct exposure to domestic violence is respectively an extremely significant, hard topic dinner table conversation. We will be exploring possible answers for childhood, adolescent, and adult people that were infected and affected by domestic violence, including with, of course, mental health. I'm going to jump right into the 0 to 12-year-old age. 0 to 12 years old, because this is one that they be saying. I've heard victims call me and say, I thought I was supposed to get pregnant by this person. I thought we was going to be a forever thing. I ain't expect for it to turn out like this, Miss Queen. I ain't expect for it to turn out like this. And I'm sure my daughter didn't expect for her situation to turn out like it did. But I was talking to my child. My child, she encouraged me to come on in and do this thing. Had this conversation that, it's hard for us to have. I decided, okay, well, since she's saying something, then it must be relevant. When your child is saying something, it could be relevant that you jump right on, which that's a lot of, exposure to domestic violence. You don't jump on it. You parents be feeling like, the child will grow up out of it. So let's talk about our women in pregnancy, right?
And I have a topic today.
Exposure to domestic violence and utero. And utero. All right, so we're talking about when that victim is pregnant. What are the things that happen to the baby in the womb? What are the things that that mother is battling? And some women's stomach be looking like that, bruised up and all that, just like that. They be having black eyes and everything. But some men, don't value the pregnancy of the woman. Some men don't want you to have the baby anyway. So they, some of them put their hands on you like that. Well, some of them do what? They verbally and emotionally traumatize you. In those stages of pregnancy. Now we have it where many men can have a baby. And I'm sure some of them have felt a little bit of tension between the surrogate and, two men wanting to be parents to a child. There's been some tension there. What about our women and women who can, Debrat and her beautiful Judy, they are pregnant and going to be having a child. So, we got those different, ways that we can all get pregnant in. We have our adoptive parents, our foster kid parents, we have family members, aunties and uncles who have become parents, and they taking care of infant babies, and there are some parents who, and some people who take care of infant babies under extreme circumstances, like the young lady who dropped her baby at the door or something like that. She was in the store and left the baby to the person in the store. She actually handed the baby over. You know what I mean? She pushed the baby out and then came into the store and handed it to somebody. And luckily, Lord, they called 911 to get this baby in a safe space. But what was going on in her 14-year-old life or 16, 17, 18-year-old life that she had a baby and didn't keep? She thought she should just get a baby away. What was going on? Were there some traumatic experiences there with this young lady? While her being pregnant and at such a young age, and she ended up handing her child over to strangers. Who gives a baby to strangers? You just had the baby around the corner in the alley somewhere. So this is what we're dealing with when we talking about exposure to domestic violence. In the utero being exposed, the baby, the fetus being exposed. Infants with prefrontal exposure to domestic violence are twice as likely as their non-exposed counterparts to be considered as having a difficult rather than easy temperament, being withdrawn, slow to adapt, and a general negative mood. Okay, that then starts the what? The childhood what? Behavior that the child experiences once they are born, especially if domestic violence continue on. So women who experience domestic violence during pregnancy have a higher risk of preterm birth and delivering low birth weight. Women have been hospitalized for a physical assault during their pregnancy are at a higher risk, 8 times the risk of the fetal death and nearly 6 times the risk of the neonatal death. What is neonatal death? When a baby dies in the first 28 days of life. Come on now, somebody. The stresses of that miscarriage. You could be going through something, in a domestic violence situation, and the baby is constantly in the womb being exposed to those stresses, and you can have a miscarriage because the stress is so heavy on the body being in something like domestic violence. And again, there are some abusers who purposely get the victim pregnant, because they know that is a way to keep that victim in position, and that's a way to make it more harder for the victim to exit the relationship. Okay, so we got to think about that. You say, God bless me, to have a baby by my abuser. Queen, God bless me to have a baby by my abuser. Well, I can look at my daughter's situation and say, oh, heck no. Okay? No. We seen the way God has babies because Christ was born. So we seen the way Christ was born. So how you figure that a baby it's okay that a baby is born in a domestic violence situation when the research is right here telling you that the 8 times the risk of fetal death and nearly 6 times the risk of neonatal death when the baby dies in the first 28 days of life. Come on, man, you can deliver the baby in the baby pay. You see what I mean? So my question is, what was going on? And some of us, we need to study our DNA. We need to really truly study the egg, and we need to really truly study the sperm of that person. That's why you have a lot of couples and women, men, especially single women, single men going to the freezer and going to get their babies because they get a whole profile on, that baby, that DNA, and what it is associated with. Yes, things can come out in the future, but look, at least they somewhere asking some questions about the profile of the DNA. We don't even do that. We don't even question the DNA that we get mixed up in. We just lay that in. And we say, oh, we was drunk. So that tell me you done had the red cut. Did you get pregnant off that red cut? Because it's definitely likely that you did. It's definitely likely that you could have gotten pregnant off the red cut. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to adjust. This is them brothers. My apologies. James, call your brother, please. I'm sorry about that. Call your brother. So we got to think about our behavior. We got to think about when we meet somebody, who we rallying up with like that. Domestic violence exposure in childhood. After birth, if the child continues to experience domestic violence exposure throughout his or her lifetime, the child will continue to have increased internalized behavior problems and internalized symptoms.
Domestic violence.
The empirical evidence suggests that growing up in an abusive home environment can critically jeopardize the developmental progress and personal ability of the child. You gotta shut the door. And personal ability of the child. So once again, if that child is born and it remains in that domestic violence household, how did God, and I'm gonna keep saying this because y'all been running this on me. Y'all been running this on me about how God has told you, planted the seed in your womb with your abuse. I mean, that makes no sense at all to the 17th hour. When we talking about the word of God, when we talking about God that happens over and over again, when we talking about God and His bliss. And each and every child, how? Because research is letting us know that if you have a baby and continue to experience domestic violence exposure throughout, what does the word throughout mean, Carlos? Tell me what this throughout means. Carlos, would you please tell me what this throughout means? What are we suggesting here when we say throughout? Okay, throughout her lifetime, the child will continue to have increased internalized behavior problems and internalizing. Come on now. Internalized and externalized behavior problems, which means you can see it. We can see it. And then the internalized symptoms. We really can't see those. You see, so if the child is what? Put your hands on his mother, leaving little man sad, or really bad. Look how he's supposed to concentrate and keep his head in the book. Crying at night or crying when nobody else is around. If the child really is scared, a woman wants a man like a father, because the child is now at an age where it is stuck. Because we talking about 0 through 12, but now the child is more like 5 and 6 and 7 years old. But we talking about in the womb, 0 to 12 years old. 0 to 12 years old. In the womb, 0 to 12. In the womb, 0 to 12 years old. Let me get myself together here because I'm getting fired up. You're not going to keep telling me that God planted that seed. The abuser in you and your abuser, victims and abusers planted that seed. That's who planted that seed. Now, when the baby comes, when you find out you are pregnant, when you find out that the baby is coming, you got to make that thing right while the baby is in the womb. See my daughter right there? And her baby child? I was trying to make that thing right. I knew it wasn't right, but I was trying to make it right because she needed to feel like it was right. But I knew it wasn't right. The other thing that I knew about my daughter's pregnancy is that I knew that she would have up and down emotions about the relationship that she was in because it was emotionally and verbally abusive. You know, hearing those things are very traumatizing for someone who's supposed to be in love with somebody. Domestic violence. Okay. Domestic violence. The research also found when it comes to be a significant predator of parenting behaviors where economically stressful situations result in parents needing to respond to external demands over and above their children's needs, with higher rates of physical and mental health difficulties for both parents and children when compared to the general population. So somebody, again, a child that is living in the domestic violence situation is, okay, let me explain it to you. When my daughter was in that relationship with her baby father, she was internalizing a lot of the words that hurt. She was also questioning herself what she's good enough. And then she was economically trying to get herself together so that she would be able to take care of her child. But I feel like she chose him, you know, and not necessarily the baby, even though she chose the baby. But he was making it so confusing for her. So she spent a lot of time trying to figure out what he was going to do. And I had already told her what he was going to do. I already told her what he was going to do. But she didn't hear me, which is the demands over and above their children's needs. See, so that's what we say, the victim has a right to make their decision, to go back or to flee. Is the victim choosing over the demands of the child when they go back? They absolutely are. When they go back. When they go back and go back and go back and go back and go back. I suggest you stop going back. And what I suggest you do is stay in that relationship until you can say to yourself, I am done. I am done. I am no longer going to expose my child in the womb or my child who has been born will not be exposed to domestic violence. This is it for me. See, because when you do the back and forth, it makes the abuser want to kill you. You know, so that's again another really touchy subject. And, you know, a lot of us out there who are going through situations like domestic violence. I also have with me, and what I'm going to do is come on back to the classroom and just stay here for a minute because I still want to talk about the exposure to adolescents who are 12 to 18 years old, which I told you my PowerPoint is on diesel today. Okay? I normally would not be caught alive like this, but guess what? The conversation must go on. So you get the basis of what I'm saying here when I turn the page on. Okay, so let's read. Let me share with you what Rosamond said. Adopted the term adversity package. This is young mode, right? To describe the multiple stressors that's often overlooked, which can accumulate domestic violence in the lives of young people exposed to domestic violence, including child abuse, parent substance abuse, and mental health difficulties, unemployment, homelessness, social isolation, and involvement in crime. All of these Rossman tag adversity package. So this is the adversity package that we find ourselves in when students are or scholars or children, young people at their dinner table are experiencing domestic violence. He coined it as the adversity package. Then we know this adversity package leads to the red cup. So I don't have no comments up here about what's in your red cup. Did y'all share this with enough people? Because I'm not getting no answers about the questions that I'm asking scholars tonight. What's in your red cup? What you be pulling in your red cup? What do you pull in your red cup when you be pulling your red cup? What's in there? What are you pulling? Because Rossman had termed it the adversity pack. So what are we pulling in that red cup? You know, what are we dealing with in the adversity pack? Where we are fetus, utero, and childhood domestic violence victims already. We haven't even been pushed out yet, and we're victims in the womb. Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to help you put your hands on his mother, leaving little man? And we're pushed right into the adversity pack. How's your daughter supposed to adopted the term. Rossman in 2000 adopted the term adversity pack to describe the multiple stressors which can accumulate in the lives of young people exposed to domestic violence. You're not getting ready to tell me that my young people are wailing out that they have not been exposed in the adversity. They got adversity packages and they don't even deserve to have. It's not even their fault that they have the adversity. package. They just going into the world. What's in your red cup? I'm going to put adversity package. So you will know what we're talking about. We're talking about 0 through 18 now, because we covered 0 to 12. Now we're covering adolescents, ages 12 through 18 years old. Let me chime into that really quickly. There you go. Adversity package. 12 to 18 years old. What's in your cup? Children who are exposed to emotional, physical, or sexual abuse and other adverse conditions are at greater risk of several negative health outcomes in adulthood, including poor self-rated health, chronic diseases, functional limitations, and a poor mental health.
With the topic of the day, it's a crucial situation that we all must.
These are the things that we are still children are still exposed to in the adversity package. Okay, exposure to domestic violence, the trauma, ages 12 through 18. Individual responses to trauma defined as an extreme event that overwhelms an individual's coping skills and threatens their well-being. That's going to be domestic violence. And the many what that it will. I keep asking y'all for the tags. Y'all ain't even type in the tags. Call us what's going on with y'all. I mean, y'all acting real bougie. Unless you at work. You at work. You at work, then you will get a pay. But if you're not at work, then you need to be putting your answers up here ASAP. While we in the classroom, while our little 1 hour that we spend together, okay? You need to be putting it in. Okay? Ain't no shame in your game. All of us have been through a little something. I'm even up here sharing my daughter's position and what I had to deal with when it came to this relationship that she was in with someone who could not love her the way she deserved to be. You know, so what's the answer to my question? What are those mini tags? That's what I want to know. I want y'all to tell me what the mini tags is. Yes. Because guess what? You ain't by yourself. You're not by yourself.
Why MCs think seek a shelter from mayhem, they won't doubt you. And there's all types of programs to reach out to.
No, I want you to understand that
your fault, and this evil way
the topic that we have here tonight is severely important. And see, then we talk about it all kind of ways. You know what I mean? We talk about it all kind of ways. That's what's fun about, you know, what's exciting and what's enlightening about educating that prefrontal cortex. Because hey sis, all the way down in South Carolina, we love you, baby girl. We talked about exposure to domestic violence tonight, and I was asking scholars in the classroom, what is domestic violence? Wears what? What does it wear? Okay. Individual responses to trauma defined as an extreme event that overwhelms an individual's coping skills and threatens their well-being. That is from the American Psychological Association. Children growing up in violent homes are vulnerable to ineffective parenting.
And I have a topic today.
Less attention provided for children, low emotional availability for children, which can lead to insecure attachments and poor self-regulation, setting children on developmental trajectory. The mini tags. What are they, sis? Trajectory. I can make that a song. Okay, that heighten the risk of violence in adolescence. So, that child growing up in Valley Home, growing up in Valley Homes are vulnerable to ineffective parents. So you, because you stayed in that abusive relationship and your child was in the womb, we talked about what? Domestic violence exposure to what? To the utero, to the, in the womb. Okay, to the being born. So, and then we are now in the adversity package, age 12 to 18 years old. Guess what? What are we doing? There you go, sis. Thank you so much. I need the mini tags and the all right, let me get it up here, sis. Put it up. There you go. Okay. These are the tags our children are wearing. All right. Those are the tags that they're wearing. This got them all right too. Thank you, sis. You see it with your son in the womb. It's serious. It is that serious. The behavior is then transferred over, and when your children get old, you know, you got teen parents out here who will cuss that little baby out from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, and they ain't even ask, you know why. They don't even know what's going on. They ain't even ask the 6 primary questions. Who, what, where, why. They don't even know what's going on. All they know is that when they try to go to sleep, they get a whole lot of records. It be them red cups that we be cheering up. The red cup. Y'all see it right there. It be that red cup right. What you pouring in your red cup? What you pouring in my red, in your red cup? What be in this red cup? Especially if you came from a domestic violence household. Y'all know what would be in these red cups. Don't even try. You know what be in them red cups. Why do you want to add spiritual, sis? Share that with us in the class. Yes, it does transfer. So I am now trying to break fast from his DNA. Okay, there you go. My music playing in the background. I don't even have no music playing. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see that. I thought I disabled the music. What, girl? You better not be telling me. Ah! Thank you, sis. What the world? Didn't I tell y'all today it was going to be a struggle? Can you still hear me? Without the music, sis. I hope y'all can still hear me, Scholar. Let me do something real quick. Because I don't want the music to play no more. There you go. It shouldn't come back on. And you should be able to hear me. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I hope we're back online. Bear with me. Okay, so we were talking about sis. I was asking sis, the scholar tonight, why would she add spiritual abuse as a tag? So she gonna chime back into that for us. That's a very, very good question. Okay. Because for me, he tried to take my faith from me. He did not want me to go to church. He wanted me to stop. He wanted to stop me from being built up. Come on now. It's a tactic. You can still hear the music? Please tell me you can't hear it. Oh, you said there you go. Okay, thank you. It's a tactic that, you know, abusers use. You know, but I always say you can still pray in secret. You know, God tell us to go in that prayer closet anyway and shout, scream, hallelujah. You see what I mean? You can do that without even voicing nothing. See what I mean? So it could be done, but I do know what you're saying. That is a tactic that abusers use so that you won't get help. They know that God can help you. God can deliver you. So fellowshipping is, they don't want you to do that, because then what they doing will come to your prefrontal cortex and you gonna roll out. Once you get the real sense that the Creator is delivering you, you will roll out. Because if faith is a way to build strength, and if I got that, I will be stronger than him. Come on now, see it. That's what you saying. What I say is scholar. We talking the same language. Absolutely. The intergenerational transmissions of balance is an application of social learning theory that asserts that balance is a learned behavior. So that's where we got it, that, you know, balance is a learned behavior. You see what I mean? Once you got it, you're going to roll out. Trust me. Once you are thinking in your prefrontal cortex, you're going to roll out. You're going to know much better than to stay in something like that. So, you know, kudos to you, sis, and you exiting the relationship. I want more brothers and sisters to exit the relationship, whether you are the victim or the abuser. You should exit the relationship because it's toxic, because somebody's going to what? Because domestic violence only answers to who? Domestic violence only answers two ways. What are those answers right there, scholars? How does domestic violence fill up the red cup? Huh? Tell me now. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? All right. So when violence is modeled to children while they are still forming basic belief systems, that's one. What's the other? Death is definitely one. They may witness violence as an appropriate way to address conflict. So that's where we have a lot of young teens and young people, and even in elementary, our young people who fight, because this is what they've learned, how to address conflict. Jail, you got it. You got it, sis. It only answers two ways. That's it. So if you're a survivor, you're a survivor. That's it. You ought to be thanking God or whoever you believe delivered you. You ought to be shouting right now, because I wasn't supposed to make it out. And scholar, you was not supposed to make it out. Trust me. So, and we didn't know we was going to answer the death or the jail call. The death or the jail call. We didn't know which one was going to be answered. We was in predicaments. There were situations where death was being called. we have been in situations where jail was called. And for some reason, we still here today. You know, come on now. Those were my only options 10 years ago. Either I was going to die and he was going to jail. Come on now, somebody. That's how it works. That's who domestic violence answer to, death or jail, just like sis put out there. So we're teaching our children how to adapt to conflict. We don't teach them how to resolve the problem. We'll teach them resolution. Resolution will come through communication. Effective communication. But we don't teach them that. Okay? Let's talk about it. Domestic violence in the intimate partner has been linked to both the perpetration and the victimization of teen dating violence. So there we have our teens who are in these relationships that have been exposed, because we've already climbed the ladder of being exposed, and now it is turned into learned behavior. Now it is turned to all I know. And so now the teens are in their own relationships mimicking the behavior. Simple as that. For perpetration, adolescents who have been exposed to intimate partner violence are more likely to engage in physical abuse and relational abuse toward their partners, compared with adolescents who have not been exposed to domestic violence at all. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. You ain't doing the right thing when you sit up and try to tell me that God planted the seed for you and your abuser to have a baby. No. We seen what kind of babies God had. We seen what kind of babies what God had. You and your abuser had the baby, because that's what abusers do. You see what I mean? They make sure that that victim had multiple children. Also, we got some victims who just become obsessed with having a baby, and they end up having a baby because a lot of victims believe that the baby will make the situation better. They thinking, okay, well, if I have the baby, maybe it'll bring us closer together. You can't get closer with a psychopath, sociopath, narcissistic personality. You cannot do that because it's not going to work in your favor. It's not going to work in your favor. So hold on to your eggs. Hold on to your sperm. Use protection. Study the person's DNA who you're thinking about getting with. Don't make no rational decision. And when you did, the abuse got worse. But you thought at first, Scarlett, that it would make it right. That's what my daughter thought too. And she's not even no longer here. Okay, she thought that it was going to make it better. Y'all got to put them red cups down. Now I get my red cup in there. It's acting funny. Every time I try to lift it up. There you go. Look, y'all need to put these red cups down. Okay? Because what you pouring in it? What are you pouring in that red cup? And I'm going to tell you something about these red cups. I know them personally. I know them personally. All right? I know the red cup person. I know that everybody with a red cup 9 times out of 10 ain't no water in it. Ain't no water in it. It's either juice, drinks, and tequila shots. He threw me out. Sis say he threw me out the house 5 months pregnant with no shoes on in the winter, honey. He was showing off, honey. He was teaching you a lesson. Okay, let's go into our last stage here, and we're coming to a close. We're going to run a little bit over because I want to nail down the red cup. 18 and up. Individual responses to trauma, guess what? Defined as extreme events that overwhelms an individual's coping skills and threatens their well-being. We're back at that one again. Males externalizing anger, aggression, behavior are linked to their experiencing a high level of threat from violence exposure. So that's when your parent or your mother, your father, your caretaker was in that abusive relationship and the males were there. Females exhibit more internalized difficulties such as depression and mental complications that come with that. Okay. Abused children have been found to have a lower IQ score, worse school achievement, diminished educational aspirations and effort, and lower educational attainment. These individual deficiencies are then likely to result in worse employment prospects, lower income, and less human capital in adulthood. Let's talk about Jocelyn Hernandez real quick, who was Stevie J's so-called wife. Come to find out they weren't married. She just recently did her Instagram where she was saying she back in the strip club, but this was the first time that she had danced back in that strip club and did not have no cocaine, did not have nothing to drink. She was in the club dancing sober. She said she was so scared because she didn't know that if it was going to work out, if she was going to, start shaking, if she was going to start having an anxiety attack, if she was, going to start, feeling some kind of way, because of course the cocaine and the drinks and the red cups help you numb your pain. That's all this does, is help you numb the pain that you're going through. But she was able to get in there and dance, do what she loves to do, and do it sober. God bless her heart. But you know what, though? The children have lower IQ scores. You're not going to tell me that domestic violence did not harm you in utero, childhood, adolescent, and now in adulthood. It has harmed you from your brain standpoint. It has lowered the potential of the person that you could have been had your parents or your caretaker at that time would have gotten out. So now when you are adolescent, and you struggling, you adult, your IQ scores are low due to no recognizance of your own. It is the recognizance of your adults at that dinner table. They did that to you. Yeah, they did that to you. Y'all know I don't care. I'm gonna call it space. I don't care. They did that to you. Did you get some apologies in the midst of them doing that to you? Did you get an I'm sorry? Did you get I will change? Did anyone who tried to tell ever get counseling, ever get the help back then in childhood, adolescent? Have you gotten help? Are our people still struggling right now? Everybody with that red cup, they got some liquor in it. Most of them are still struggling. Most of them are still pouring into, the negative subsidies of domestic violence. You're pouring it in the red cup. Wherever the red cup. Intergenerational transmission theory. Okay. Amato's review of a 12-year study found that young adults who had been exposed to parental violence as children were 189% more likely than those not exposed to experience violence in their own adult relationships. Are you kidding me? 189%. That's mean. That's over half. Okay, based on, I don't know quite, the official number of the study, like how many people registered or, did the survey. I don't know how many people did the survey, but with the intergenerational transmission theory is saying is that throughout this study, that was a long study, so they followed over a period of time. They followed these participants over a period of time and came up with 189% more likely than those not exposed to experience violence in their own adult relationship. You're not going to tell me that your children didn't know what was in that red cup. And now they are repeating a cycle that is vicious. And you done got yourself together, and now you don't know how to help your children. Because you over now. You done with it. So you ain't giving out, I'm sorry. You're not giving out, you know what I'm saying? No, you have had enough of the child trying to ask you for some answers and get some answers and stuff. I'm trying to find what I want to show y'all that be going in the red cups. It's literally names to the red cups. It's literally things that be going on in that red cup. Y'all know how I am about the words, right? So y'all know how I am about the words. So let me go ahead and put some words in the cup. Okay, what y'all need. I'm gonna take these last couple of minutes and put some words in the cup. Some serious words that y'all be drinking when y'all pull them red cups. Because you ain't dealing with your trauma when you constantly drinking out that red cup and there's not water in it. You're not dealing with your trauma. You're just stacking on more traumatic experiences. You're just stacking on mental health issues. So I got here, red cup is what? Humiliation. I hope you can see my word. Humiliation. We're going to put that in the red cup. Okay. I got merciless. You see my word? Am I up enough? Hold on. I'm trying to get it right, y'all. This day when background stuff be acting crazy. Let me see. Can I come in? You see what he keep doing? Let me see if I move myself out. Can I get the word? I can't get that word. Okay, but anyway, I got merciless in the cup. All right. Let me see what's another one I got in the cup for y'all. Oh, disrespect. Disrespect is definitely going in the cup. Because y'all some disrespectful people when y'all be drinking out them red cups. Trust me, I know. Oh, guilt is definitely going in the cup. It's not letting me do it. Anyway, I'm trying to get guilt up there. Y'all see it? Guilt is going in the red cup. Because you still walking around with guilt. Outrageous. Some of us got some outrageous behaviors going in the cup. Regret in the cup. Oh my God, y'all regret so much stuff because you ain't dealing with nothing. You're not dealing with anything when you're constantly drinking the red cup. You're not dealing with it. Some of us have the styrofoam cups, the white ones that come with the ice already packed in it. That one is still going to be equivalent to the red cup. Okay, so some of us got our wine glasses. Those are going to be equivalent to the red cup. Okay, some of y'all had some serious outbursts. You're boisterous. You're not kind. You're mean. You're not dealing with yourself. You don't have no self-regulation skills, and you are constantly out of control. Contradict all day long. Going in the cup. You be talking about something. No, but the word of God contradicts itself. No, you contradict yourself when you got that red cup or that styrofoam cup or that wine glass up in your mouth, and that's all you do. You don't deal with none of the words. You don't deal with none of the exposure to domestic violence that you included with mental health. You don't even try to talk it out, work it out, nothing. You just do what you want to do, which is you find comfort in the cup. You think the cup will make it all right. And like I told my babies over there at the center, you do a lot of damage to your internal self. You're damaging your brain. You're damaging your body. So let me go ahead and take that drink for y'all tonight. Woo! That's strong. Woo! That drink right there is strong. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink up all of your pity, all of your hurt, all of your pain, all of your blaming, all of your criticizing, all your judgment. I'm going to drink that up in the red cup for you because I know you still battling with yours. So if I drink it up, then maybe you won't battle anymore. Woo! That's strong. That is strong. Thank you so much, CBC girl. What's up, boo? You have not been in the classroom in a minute, but I'm so glad I see you tonight. What's in your red cup? You got a red cup? You got a styrofoam cup? You got a wine cup? Which one? Tequila? Shot cup? Girl, you work at C Social, so you know the people be doing what? Go. Woo, that's strong. They be talking about that's strong. Pour me a little bit more soda and juice in there, Queen. That red cup. That's what I'm saying, sis. What's up? What's up? We know about the red cup. Come on now. That red cup don't mean nobody no good. The wine cup, glass, the shot glass, you know, it ain't helping you, sisters and brothers. Because you know what? Know what it make you do? It makes it so that you do not deal with your trauma. And it makes you unstable. Dang, let me put one more word in the cup. It makes you unstable. It makes you mentally and emotionally unstable. In the red cup, there you go. In the red cup for y'all. I had one more. I know this one I want to put in the red cup. What y'all think it is? This word. What y'all think this word is? I'm about to put in the red cup. I'm about to go ahead and close it with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and drink this one up for y'all too, since they done added more stuff into my cup, right? They done pulled me some more trouble, some more trauma, some more domestic violence, some more pain, some more sexual violence, some more verbal violence, some more financial abuse problems, some more emotional problems. What you think this word is? Y'all be drinking all 5 of the tags. You be drinking the 5 tags of domestic violence. That's what you drinking in them cups. And you not dealing with your trauma. You not dealing with it. Dang, I can't. Oh, here you go. What y'all think it is? Dun, 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 dun. Yep, the male and female toxicity is strong. Girl, come on now. They making babies out of toxicity, talking about some God planted the seed. You better back up and watch out. Here you go right here. Dun, 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 dun. Lies. That red cup, styrofoam cup, wine cup, shot, tequila cup make you tell so many lies to yourself and others. Let me go ahead and drink that up. This is my last shot. I ain't drinking no more, y'all trouble. This is it. Woo! That's strong. Woo! That's strong. That's how y'all be when y'all pull it in the cup and stuff. Y'all be, woo! Drinking your trouble. I see why it's strong. I see why you say it's strong now. Because it really is. And especially if you've been pulling red cups. I mean, the red cup business is $1 billion business. All thanks to domestic violence and the many tags that it way: verbal, emotional, financial, sexual, and physical abuse. Exposure to domestic violence. What's in your red cup? Thank you all for chiming in tonight. If you want to be reached, if you want Queen to do this presentation, I can for you. If you want me to I can do it in person, or I can do it right here, right now, or you can share this and make it a conversation. Get the red cups out there where y'all at, and start putting the words. Let people, put the words in the cup as you're talking about the lesson. Email me though for the lesson, because this here, like I told y'all, was just last moment. Y'all know my presentations look way better, but I had to improvise. Okay. You can reach out to QueenAfi at 202-920-9101. If you want this particular presentation emailed to you in this way. You can make it interactive, you can make it fun, but we really do need to start chiming into the exposure to domestic violence, so we can answer those very fine questions of how did I get this way, why am I this way, where did it start? In the middle of everything, I thought I was okay. A lot of people have a lot of questions. A lot of good dialogue can come out of this conversation right here. And the fun part is being able to get the words and put them in the cup. So I definitely, and share your words. As you know, everybody switch up the cups, and pull out a word. And then, you talk about that word. What it mean to you? Have you experienced the word? Also make sure that you read the real definitions of the words. Make sure you read the real definitions of the words, because we don't know the definitions of the words either. We don't know the definitions of the words either. And it's getting us in trouble. It's not making us healthy. It does not help the prefrontal cortex. It keeps everything in the amygdala, in your amygdala. The two does not work together when they should. And so this is a great way to begin to, start that dialogue and also have it be very interesting. So you can call me serious inquiries only 229209101, and I can definitely send you the real version. And y'all better not be talking about me either, because y'all know I don't care. You know what I'm talking about when I want them dinner tables to be better. That's what I want. I don't care. At the end of the day, I ain't worried about no piece of paper. At the end of the day, I'm worried about your brain and your body becoming one. Your heart and your brain becoming one together, supportive of each other like it's supposed to be. And not you pouring your troubles in the red cup every time you turn around. That's what you doing. You don't take no happy drinks. You take drinks that hurt because you're hurt. But anyway, you use substances because you're hurt. We got people just dying off of fentanyl and all these people are out here hurting, And right now you need to not share your red cup, because you don't know what's in there, what somebody else is giving you in that red cup. And you can end up, or that wine glass, or that styrofoam cup. You don't know. So you don't need to be putting your drinks down and accepting drinks from your friend or whoever. You got to be careful. So I want y'all to Go in peace and love. Thank you for chiming in. And don't forget to do what? Share. Why not? I know it was playing some presentation,
and I have a
topic. But forgive me for that because that was necessary.
That's often overlooked. Domestic violence.
Hey, thank y'all for chiming in tonight, scholars. Thank y'all for chiming in tonight. Y'all go in peace and love. Go in peace and love. Thank you for chiming in tonight.
It has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
Young Motive is back with the topic of the day. It's a crucial situation that we all must pay more attention to. It's bringing families down. You know me, I know the truth, and I'ma spread it around. It usually happens at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through high schools and college dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got their head in the noose from all the scars of the physical and verbal abuse. Men do it to women, women do it to men. It's a cycle that happens over and over again. It's disturbing and far from bliss, and each and every child is emotionally affected by this. I think it's time we bring the dark to the light, to stop the 911 calls in the middle of the night. So I'm reaching out, and I hope it's worth my while. It's erasing the bond between man, woman, and child.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to see you put your hands on his mother? Leaving little man shook. It's really a bad look. How he's supposed to concentrate and keep his head in the book? How's your daughter supposed to look up to dad? Don't you know that you're the first male role model she's ever had? The saying goes, a woman wants a man like a father. So what you telling her? To accept this from a man? You gotta watch how you talk to whoever you with. Words hurt, people forgive, but never forget. I guess it's up to a teen to teach these things. It's just my expression of how YMC sting. Seek a shelter from mayhem, they won't doubt you. And there's all types of programs to reach out to. No need to feel ashamed, cause it's not your fault. And this evil way of living has to come to a halt.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.